Hey guys, so as I was saying, I was expelled at 14, right? 15, and 7 or 8 different people working for me. Thought I was a man, thought I was invincible. Sitting in a guy's house, I don't know what business way. Guy just been released from the Irish prison. I'm sure I don't want to talk about him. The murder squad comes, chaps the door. I'm 15-year-old. He wants to speak to him. Tries selling me a crack cocaine pipe. I'm 15-year-old in front of the murder squad to do a murder with Bones. He allegedly set it up. But we're not going into that story now. So that was my school days. No studying, selling drugs, making contacts, and getting a big fish. That's what set me up for me getting 16, 17. Because when I done my time murder, I had to go to Rossi, and back, and then I had to have overnight all these different contacts. But what I was going to say is, my 4 apprenticeships, they were fucked up. They were all joinery and window fitting. My football career was from West Lothian County, party official. John Lammy was the manager. I used to go there for my physio. And then the other 4 football scouts that were after me, I did never go back. Because I didn't mind I was going to be a multi-millionaire through dealing that white shit, right? Now, when you're making between 5 and 10 grand a week as a 16-year-old, of course you're going to think you're saying to yourself, after fucking a year, you times 10 that, that's £500,000 straight away, right? That's £500,000. First year. Of course I'm going to be a millionaire 10, 25, of course. Simple. Of course no. Because see when you get that, when you go that knee deep, so young, you've given away 4 apprentices, like 4 apprentices could went to better sources, better people. Folk didn't have that chance of getting 1. I've taken 4 off them. Selfish fucking me. Right? Selfish me for what my family doing. This fucking millions of pounds I was going to make, I did go through millions of pounds worth through my hands and up my nose. But where is it now? Snorted, spent, smoked, blowing casinos, blowing plays, right? And then there's another 5 years of my life went to in prison. So was it worth it? Was it worth it? Some folk would say, of course it was worth it. You had a great time. Was it worth the stress and hassle and anxiety bloating? Was it worth the PTSD, some of the shit that I saw? Of course it wasn't. If I could rewind back time, would I have taken 1 of the apprentices and put my heart and soul in it? Of course I would have. Why? Because I would have been a legit, hard-working citizen, and I would have been legal. And because of my business heat on me at such a young age, I'd have been a good businessman in the joinery trade. So you've got to keep that in mind. Any young puppet there, it's good to be business, good to be numbers, and good to run a business, drug dealing. See if you're watching this video and you're only 15, 16, see if you're good at running a business illegally. You'd be even better at running it legally. Mark my words, I was involved in I've got to watch what I'm saying here, but a hotel by another guy who's up in Aberdeen now, right? But we were putting money for a hotel and we were getting good interest back, right? Money laundering. And that was the only one. There's a couple of other shops that, kind of like a hairdressing shop that I done something with. Kind of a lot of folk don't know my story. They know that I've done a lot of stuff, but they don't know all the stuff, all the different pies I have my finger in. Nobody knows. They're always going to be some of my pals that know, I had his finger in that pie, this pie, that pie. But see if you accumulate them all up, nobody knows everything that I had my fingers in, right? All they know is maybe I've done a lot of shit, I made a lot of money, and I was very, very good to folk. But what folk don't realise is, folk only seem to hear the negativity stuff about you there. But see, like, when the lassie, the crackhead and Whitburn, the crack fiend, that was going to Ulster House, if she didn't pay her rent, she got evicted. I didn't know who the woman was. I went right down, got £1,000 and gave her the grand to bail her and her 3 kids out, to find out that this again death my cousin, that she didn't even know her grand out. She just taking the grand off me just to go and get high. But I felt like at least I'd done my part for the kid. See the old man that was trying to get home steaming drunk, got a lot of bulging like that, boys want to get fun it. Who was the daft arse? No daft arse. Who was the good guy that stood for around 45 minutes with him, trying to walk along the road? Me. Who was the one that kept picking his wallet up every time it fell? Me. Who was the one that kept putting his wallet back in his pocket? Me. Who was the one that stood in the pissing rain, freezing cold, a t-shirt on, till a police motor drove by? Me. And I got the old man home safely, right? Because there was a few other guys that were heavily into drugs, drug addicts, standing at the post office waiting their money going in. They saw the little boy walking by, and he couldn't take his eyes off him. That's when I turned, went back and thought, I'm going to help this old dude get on the road. Following day, I got a message on Facebook of a sidekick. That was an amazing thing we done for the old man last night. What? Then she gives me a reading. So if I could do a podcast with somebody into readings, into stuff like that, like into spiritual stuff and all that, I would love that, because the reading I got of a good reading lady that stays in my county, I've got a random message off this woman, and she knew about me doing this thing for this old man, and my fiance who passed away, she kept getting drawn to her. This lady couldn't sleep at night without hearing my name. And by fuck, it was scary, some of the stuff she told me. She knew my granny died with diabetes. A man was shouting, she asked me if my friend's been murdered lately. And your friend's been murdered lately, Stephen? No. Because somebody shouting, tell Hammy, he was 6'7". I was like, whoa. My big pal, for short, 6'7", exactly. He died 2 weeks prior to it. Oh, it's giving me chills even just saying it. But aye man, fucking. So I don't know what the good stuff too, but I personally believe the schools, they really started having to educating children more about money. See, rather than programming every single kid into learning the same shite, that it's not even too effective in the school. I mean, I learnt more in prison than what I did in school, and that's sad to say, but folk, I was talking to about 12 folk the last couple of days that didn't know about me being in a wheelchair, learning how to walk again. Ken, I think that was just obviously because I didn't go to the police, and I kept it quiet, so it was just swept under the fucking carpet. But so that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's in recovery, it doesn't happen to be drug addiction, it doesn't have to be mental health. It could be in recovery if you learn how to walk again. In recovery for a broken arm, it doesn't matter what, you're still recovering. My body's in recovery. I got a meat clear up from me twice. I learned how to walk again. No many folk know that. And no many folk will be able to do that. No many folk would last 2 minutes in my shoes. And that's a fucking fact, because you've got to bear in mind, I'm only 33-year-old, right? I'm only 33, and the stuff I've been involved in, right? Now I'm not fucking trying to boast here, that like something that I'm not, because if I could rewind back the time, I would never have got myself involved in that kind of life I'm all in here, because then positive come out of it. Of course it didn't. Ken, what? A few good nights out, clubbing, a few nice fucking £5,000 watches, chain bracelets, a couple of Rolexes. Ken, that's not worth it. That's why that guy in Whitburn that works in the school, Burnhouse, where all the bad boys go, I wouldn't call them bad boys, I would just call them laddies, because it's got issues. Gibson, Mr. Gibson, he was trying to get me to go to that school so I could do talks with the young boys. So what I'm going to do is, for the next few months, I'm going to put my finger out, I'm going to try and get myself into some sort of studying, and I'm going to help the next generation. You mark my words, I've got experience, 20 years experience in that world, that life. You get many better folk experience what I've got. That's a fact. I've missed out on music writing, loads of different meetings, Channel Rose for Edinburgh, loads of different stuff, football careers, what I do with drugs and drug dealing. Have a good weekend.